Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Blackpool. As you can see, we've got the illuminations behind me. This is the archway, the start of the Blackpool Illuminations from Stargate. That's where I am. It's a Wednesday, 3rd of January. We're just into the new year, and these are going to be turning off soon. In fact, they were supposed to have turned off by now, but they've been extended for another week until Sunday, the 8th of January. So if you're watching this video before then, you've still got a chance to come and see the Blackpool Illuminations and of course Christmas by the Sea. But what I thought I'd do in this video is we'll take a final drive through the Blackpool Illuminations and we'll see what they're like. We'll see if they're still all shining. And they're not all, they've been battered by the weather lately. They've had all sorts of storms and all sorts of things. Have they all blown down? Or are the Blackpool Illuminations still shining brightly? Let's go and check them out, shall we? Okay, so here we go. I'm just turning right now from Squiresgate Lane and we're going to head on to the promenade now. Welcome to Blackpool. They've got the sign there and we'll take a drive through the Blackpool Illuminations just before they turn them off on Sunday. It's Sunday the 7th, not the 8th. I said the 8th before. Sunday the 7th. So if you're watching this before then, you've still got a chance to come and see them, but if you don't, then you get to see them now, and let's see how they're doing after all the weather, the storms and all that stuff they've had to put up with over the past month or two. And they do say when the illuminations go up, they always say we get illuminations weather, and that's when the weather just seems to kick off. So we're getting one last look at Blackpool Illuminations in 2024 before they take them down again, give them all a clean up, take them back to the depot, which is on Squiresgate Lane. It's an all new state-of-the-art place, and they put them back up again in September. That's a mirror ball on the left-hand side, and opposite the mirror ball is the Solaris Centre. Very popular, the mirror ball, of course. You always get people parking around here because they all want to have the picture of the mirror ball there. So that's a very, very popular part of this part of Blackpool Promenade. The Great Promenade Show, that's what the mirror ball is part of. And they've got other artworks up there. There's one called Desire there. I don't know if you can see it, a big massive like lump of metal with spikes sticking out of it. Now they have taken quite a lot of the artworks away, so it's not quite the Great Promenade Show anymore, but they still do have the mirror ball and they have a few other interesting things to look at. Unfortunately, they had to take away the high tide organ. That was quite a controversial one. It was the last one you get to before the sandcastle, the high tide organ. Just going past the Pleasure Beach now. The big one's the big one was lit up there then. The Boulevard Hotel, the Big Blue Hotel. The Big Blue Hotel is where the Strictly Stars stayed when they came to Blackpool to do the Tower Ballroom. These illuminations just up here are designed by Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, these ones here, as we drive past Ocean Boulevard. Got a Pizza Hut there. That's Venus Reborn on the left hand side. That's like a big TV screen show with music. Again, I think that's one of his creations. We've got the White Tower on the right hand side, Pleasure Beach. On the left hand side we've got the Sandcastle, of course. Who remembers the open air baths, because that's where they were. And that water slide outside, when they first built the Sandcastle, it was just plain. There was no water slides, and then they built the water slides, and I believe one of them was the longest in the world, I think, or one of the biggest water slides in the world when they built it. Just going past the Wetherspoons Velvet Coaster there. I did a video there with the Map Master earlier on today, so you have to check it out when he puts that video out there. Yeah, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. The Map Master, whenever he comes to Blackpool, he always likes to meet up with us and we'll do some videos together. But we're just up to Station Road now. Got the South Pier on the left hand side. It looks like the South Pier is just shut. The arcades are all open on the piers, but the piers themselves are shut at this time of year. So you can't actually walk on the piers at the moment. So we're making our way now towards Waterloo Road. We're now on the main drag. It's around about 8:30 on a Wednesday evening, and we've had a bit of rain, as you can see, so the ground is a little bit wet. We're just going past Waterloo Road. That's a Dutton Arms that's all lit up there on the right hand side, and this is actually this part of the illuminations is one of my favourite parts, because you get to see Blackpool Tower right in the middle of the road. It actually looks amazing here. I really like the illuminations on this part here. They spend the most money on this part of the illumination. There's some bits where they don't spend a whole lot of money, but the thumbnail to this video was a shot that was on my calendar for last year, the 2023 calendar, and I took it from around about here, so I think it's a good place to see the illumination. You get the tower dominating, right? Look at that there, look at that view there. Doesn't it look spectacular as we go past the Big Blue Hotel, or otherwise known as the Lindeen? Did anyone see that Peter Kay thing? Was it Phoenix Nights? I don't know, was it Phoenix Nights where they filmed inside there, and it was called the Hotel Ponderosa. So we're just coming up now on Manchester Square. Manchester Square is a bit of history in Blackpool because it's where Blackpool got its name from. Yeah, it got its name from the Blackpool, which was peaty water that ran from Spendyke into the sea around about 400 and odd years ago. 1602 was when Blackpool was first named officially at the Bisping Parish Church. So a couple had a baby and they were known to reside in the area of the Blackpool, and that was at 1602 in Bisping. We do have some towns around Blackpool like Poulton and Wesham, some very old market towns which date back well before Blackpool, but the history of Blackpool only really goes back to the 17th century. It only goes back as far as the 17th century. But we're now just going past the Foxhall area, this Foxhall area here, the oldest part of Blackpool. We've just gone past the bit where the oldest house was. The Central Pier is still open, by the way. The Central Pier arcade is still open. Yeah. This is now Chapel Street. We've just gone past Chapel Street, and now we're getting quite more built up now. We've got Madden Tussauds, we've got more arcades, got the Sea Life Centre. What do you think of these illuminations here? These are fairly recent, these ones. They've only been up the past few years. Golden Mile Amusements on the right hand side, Coral Island. If you look on the left hand side, we've got the RNLI. That used to be near the Central Pier until they built that new one there. So on the left hand side we've got Christmas by the Sea, which is extended as well along with the illuminations. So that's until Sunday as well, Sunday the 7th. You can still get yourself on the Sky Dancer there. Christmas by the Sea. There's quite a few people there. You get people parking up here. You're not supposed to park up here, but people do. So that's Christmas by the Sea. We're just going past the Blackpool Tower. We can't see it, I'm afraid, because I can't point the camera up. But that was Christmas by the Sea. Just gone past Papa's fish and chips. Some of these illuminations here look like they've had a bit of they're not working properly, some of those, are they? We're just coming up now on the North Pier. The North Pier is in darkness. Look at that, the North Pier. Look, North Pier shut as well. So only the Central Pier has its arcade open as we drive over the tram tracks, which are supposed to take the trams up Talbot Road. But when that will be, I do not know. But we're now going down the side of the Metropole, and this is probably the cheapest part of Blackpool Illuminations. Look, it's just like a string of lights, really, isn't it? There's not much going on with these ones here. Sorry about the flare on the lights. That's caused by my windscreen. My windscreen's a bit scratched, so it causes the lights to flare. But we've now gone past the Metropole. Cocker Square. There used to be baths here, swimming baths called Cocker Square baths, yeah. A bit before my time, I think. But we're now going uphill slightly now. And up here is where we get some of the biggest hotels in Blackpool. We've got This crescent here with Tiffany's and the Claremont Hotel, Lansdowne Crescent that's called, that was built around 1875. Over there we've got a Best Western Hotel. That's, don't know the name of it actually, but it's a Best Western. Park Hotel here, the Blue Waters, and look at this one here now. Whoa, the Imperial, look at that. This is a great spot to see the tower as well from here. The tower looks fantastic out the back. Looking out the back through the mirror, it looks amazing. The Strand Hotel there on the right, yeah, that's it, the Strand. That's where Alan Bradley tried to chase Reader out and got run over by a tram just across the road there. The Grand Hotel. On the right hand side is where the Derby Baths used to be. They were knocked down in 1990. Yeah, what a shame, because it was an amazing building, the Derby Baths. Nothing's ever been built on that site since. But we're now going to come down, we're coming down to Gins Square, and this is where they have the Spitfire model thing there. Look, the Spitfires. Airfix. So that was Gins Square, and we're now going up, back up again. It's a little bit hilly, Blackpool Promenade. And past the Savoy Hotel. On the left hand side is Jubilee Gardens, and they've got their own illuminations. Can you see that in there? They've got their own illuminations in Jubilee Gardens. The Cliffs Hotel, another massive hotel here on Blackpool Promenade. We've got some more Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen designs up here by the look of it. Some huge hotels up here. The Royal Boston, the Elgin, we've got the Doric, and we've got the Sheraton. And this is quite high up as well. We're quite high up here. The Genting Club, you get a fantastic view over the sea here. Oh, it's nice and clear. You get a cracking view of the Lake District up here if on a clear day. But we're now coming up to it's the final stretch now. The final stretch, and on the left, of course, we've got the tableaus. We've got the Mad Hatter's Tea Party there, Alice in Wonderland. We've got the Haunted Hotel there. We've got, is that Big Ben or something like that there? We've got Sooty. There's a new one there, and that's a new one for this year, the one with the ice cream van there. That replaced the one with the Red Indians, which was very, very controversial, allegedly. So this is a very popular part. We've got Doctor Who, Daleks. You see the TARDIS there. We're just going past the old miners' home, the old miners' convalescent home, yeah? And we're heading towards Red Bank Road and the end of the Blackpool Illuminations. I like those on the left hand side, the faces. I quite like those ones. Yeah. Just up here we've got Coral Island. Coral Island, they've got one as well. So there you go, that's it. That was Blackpool Illuminations. Just before they turn them off. How do they look? I don't think they look too bad actually. They seem to have survived fairly well, but they have had a good battering. We're just going to go under the arch now, and I'm going to make the turn onto Red Bank Road, and that's it. That's the end of the Blackpool Illuminations. It's time to go to the top chippy, I think, and get some chips. What do you think? So there you go, that was a drive through Blackpool Illuminations. The last chance to check out Blackpool Illuminations is on Sunday the 7th. So if you're watching this before then, you've still got time to come down and see them. But anyway, that was a little drive through for you, just in case you didn't get a chance to come down yourself. And I don't think they look too bad actually, really. I know some people say, oh, the Illuminations, you know, they've lost the sparkle. They're not quite the same as what they used to be when they were bulls. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I hope you like this video. I'm going to nip in here now and get myself some chips from the top chippy here on Red Bank Road. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.